folks, and welcome back to Roller Coaster Tycoon. We are here today in Loopy Landscapes of the original Roller Coaster Tycoon, and the park we're at is an expert park. It's called Terror Town. This urban area is all yours to develop into an amusement park. We need to have 10 different types of coasters operating in our park with an excitement rating of at least 6. I'm okay with that because it's not one that requires like all of the other things that we usually require. All right. This shouldn't be too bad, honestly. I'm going to get rid of this train L thing because it's dumb. All of this is dumb, but I'll leave it there. I do not remember that in the original Loopy Landscapes or some of these buildings. Yes, like that one, yes. Maybe that one, but I don't remember this Victorian house at all. And these guys I do remember. But we're going to be able to make some cash before we do anything in this park. So we'll start some construction, get rid of all that stuff. I should also take a look and see what kind of rides we have and all that, but we'll get there. So we got all of that. All right, let me remove these pieces as well. And in all honesty, we can just clip the road there and start off anew because this park needs some love and we are going to give it that love. But let's get rid of all this pathing. I don't care if it's in the spirit of the game or level or whatever. The goal is to beat the challenge, and that's what I want to do. So I'm going to do it the way that I like to, and in this case, it is getting rid of the parts of this city so that's not Terror Town, because in all honesty, these buildings don't look all that like crazy or detailed or scary in the slightest. So why is it costing us money to remove these? I thought those usually landscape pieces add money. But we're losing all the money that we just made. Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. I'm not super worried about any of that stuff just because it's not that important. But there we go. And we'll do that. And there we go. All right. And then once we get all this stuff figured out, because I do want to get this kind of squared away first, then we can go in and actually kind of, make an amusement park and do all the things. But it's flat land. It should not be a challenge really in the slightest to get all of this done properly. I hate these buildings though, and I hate that it costs money to remove them. Oh, at least those are just regular theming. Okay, cool. I really don't remember this park at all in the original game. Now, it's been, let's be kind and say a while since I've played last, but yeah, it's don't remember a lot of this one here, if at all. I don't know if this was original or if this was something added down the road to the game itself. Like as an open RCT one. I don't actually remember, and I'm not going to look it up because it doesn't really matter what we're doing here, right? It just is what it is. So we're going to get rid of all that. Get rid of all that, all that, all that. And then these buildings can also go away. All right. So we're stuck there. I'm going to leave those there for right now. Even though we do have a little bit of cash, I don't want to spend it quite yet. I just want to see what we have. So we have some okay rides. The Crooked House sucks. Like, it's not a good ride. It has terrible capacity. It's not that much fun. Coaster-wise, we have to have, 10 coasters with 6? All right, so we know we have Mouse Towers. Boom, done. We know we can get 6 on that. We know we can get 6 to this, 6. So that's half of the rides we need, but we need to research more coasters. But before we do that, it's not a terrible selection of thrill rides. Not a great selection of water rides. So let's go ahead in here. I think I'm going to do something like that for now. Food-wise, we're great. So I'm not worried about that part of it. We just need to figure out the rest. So let's go in here and we'll put our first coaster in, which will be Mouse Towers. It's going to exist right over there. We'll do our little fixes as we do every single time because I refuse to learn from the past and or save blueprints. So we'll do that. And if you watch any of my other content, particularly Mindustry, get used to me not using blueprints. It's not something I like to do. I don't know why. I just don't do it. So I'm going to build this ride like so. Build this one coming out there. And then I think we can just connect that straight back like so. Okay, that one's fine. Good with that. Let's test it, get it known, and get it on its way. We're going to throw a little extra ride in there like so. I guess we'll do that. Again, I can never figure out colors that I like on this, so it's going to be that. I think that works. It's not the most pretty thing in the world, but it doesn't need to be. There we go. All right. $2 sounds fine. Wait for full load, all that stuff. And we're definitely doing Space Raiders. We can open up our park at this point. We'll open up our first ride. Add on some of our peeps here, or some of our staff. You can see they all dropped right in at the front there. And then, because we don't really have a goal for guest numbers here, we can be a little bit more of a pain in the butt with pricing on stuff. Compared to last time where we were trying to get ride pricing. So we could be a little aggressive, but we really need to get people in the park first before we could really go to town on all that stuff. This one, not the case. We can go to town immediately and hopefully be successful with whatever it is we choose to do. But we're going to get some of the basic stuff in here and make sure we charge enough money for it. Doesn't have to be crazy money, but it needs to be enough. All right. And now we're going to just go in and do, you know, the things. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. All right, we're just about there. We at least have some... We have coasters that should be tested now, so we can open that up in a sec. Even though it's not going to be useful in the rain, it still will be useful overall. There we go. Thrill ride wise, we still are good with all that stuff. We'll throw a crooked house, or whatchamacallit, a haunted house in there, I guess. Waiting for a full load, all that stuff. It's all good and nice and great. Put that there. Put this sneaking through like so. Then we'll do that. All right. And what's great about this is, like, this is a really compact little block of stuff. It doesn't need to be as compact as I'm making it, but I really kind of dig that it is. I also want to see, we don't have the theming for either of those. I really like the theming on those. It makes life so much better, but we don't have it, so it's okay. But we have 45 guests in our park. We're not really advertising. We got to wait out the rain right now, which is kind of annoying, which I have a feeling, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling it's going to be a consistent problem this one. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I have that feeling that it's going to rain a lot in this park. So I guess we'll find that out as time progresses here, but I don't have a good feeling about this one being a dry park. All right, so we have all of that. I'm not worried about these guys here. We still have money. I should see loan-wise what we can go up to. All right, after that, circus, we should be good general ride-wise. We have enough. Like, this is capacity. That can be a capacity ride if we do it right. We have enough stuff there. I think we're good. All right. Last thing I think I want to put in on this area here is, I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. Just going to throw a motion simulator in there. It's a good, solid ride. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money, and we can always make sure we get our people on there without really any problems. So do something like that. We'll open that up. And I'm happy with this little area that we have. I'm also really happy that we knocked out all this other stuff, because it's dumb. I don't like building all that crap. We have the trains here, which the trains... Oh, okay. Trams, I think, were a different type of thing before, but I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly. I know the trams are the only ones that are capable of, in at least the train one, going from station to station, like back and forth without a closed loop. The regular trains can't do that. But what I always did when I played was I'd always make it a loop no matter what. You can make it kind of just like wishbone shaped or dog bone shaped, where it has like kind of the ends on it for the station, but the rest of it is a closed loop. Because you get a lot more trains as an option. So you can, instead of just one train, you can probably have 4 or 5 on there, and it does its thing. I don't see a real purpose for that in this park. There may be a purpose for a train itself, which will be, I think, the first time I've built a train ever if we do that. But I just don't think we need to go that route quite yet. All right, so we have that. Let's go ahead and see if we can put, well, hold on. Can I get a cheapy, I'm going to see... this guy here? Is that above, yeah, it's above 6. You're above 6, right? Yeah, man. All right. So I can put, I want to build it myself. It's no fun if the game builds it for me. All right. So we're going to do that. That will be there. Up. Boom. Go to the right. Go to the right again. Boom. Boom. On right boat section. Go to the right. Yeah, I picked the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pew. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. And it's just going to be called corkscrew. Speed that lift hill up. Reverse incline. No, not. Is it reverse incline? Launch shuttle mode? Yeah, because there is a powered launch as well, which is not there in the game. I don't know what's going on. A powered launch passing station, not passing station. Interesting. I don't remember that at all from before. No, we only want that to be $3. This is going to be $6. And basically what we're trying to do is just be able to afford the next round of rides. If we can get functioning good rides in place now, it helps us out tremendously for down the road here. So with that, looks like it's doing just fine through all of that. Then we'll see what it does. Is coming back. Yeah, that works. And then it can come back into the station. Fantastic. All right, that should be above a 6, I'm pretty sure. Oh, okay. We can get it there. That's not a problem. All right, so let's take a look here and see what we can do. We have lots of trees in this park, so maybe we'll spice it up with some more trees. That brings it closer. All right, so what kind of other trees do we have? We have those big palm trees. And if those few trees got up that high, that should have... All right, and then we have some smaller palm trees. All right, we'll figure out the rest of that. I think we could probably... All right, let's see here. All right, so we're gonna do something like that, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to have fun right now. And also trying to build up some cash because we don't have cash to do anything. So we might as well spend our time doing something a little bit more interesting, hopefully. No, I want that one. Oh, man. This is tedious. I forgot how tedious this was. This is why I don't do this in most of my videos because it's so much work. It's funny because, like, Architect has tedious work in it as well, but it's just more rewarding. This one's not so much. All right, I'm not going to do that one. We got to get rid of that tree if we're doing that one. Missed a couple spots. Let's see, did I do my job or did I screw it up? No, I did my job. There we go. We love when that happens. We're going to get a ride somewhere in here too that's going to interact. Probably like we'll probably do the car ride. It'll go in here, and I'm thinking I can get underneath that and then come back around. That's kind of my plan right now. We'll see how that works out. And then we'll do some more stuff. But at least the car ride we can 1,000% afford right now. And it's not going to be like a loss of income or anything for us to kind of mess with it for a bit here. See, so I can go there. Can I get there? Heck yeah. We'll do that. All right. Okay, we're not trying to make like the world's best ride right now. We're just trying to increase the excitement rating of another ride more solidly. Is that hopefully? Yeah, there we go. That puts it much more solidly into safe zone for us, which is what I want. All right, I am going to paint that because that's a terrible color for a road. Do we want to go with like a dirt color? I think fits the area better. All right, and then pickup trucks have a capacity of 1. We can get 16. Passenger 1 with 15, but the excitement rating goes up to 13. Or vintage cars 2 and 14. We're going to do vintage cars and call it classic rides or classic cars. Okay. $, all I want for that. We have to test it first, obviously. And I need to paint those a different color. There we go. All right. Pull that out like that. Do that. I should have tried to get it through the loop. That would have been neat, but we didn't. It's okay. So 2 rides. It's different types of coasters, correct? Yeah, different types of coaster. All right, what do we here? We got Roto Drop. Got a roller coaster coming our way. Any other coasters that or rides? Nope, just Circus Nut. Okay, no worries. I'm just trying to pace out where we build and stuff, and if we still have at least 2 to 3 more coaster types that we can build that we know we can get a 6 rating without really trying. So that's goal 1 here. And then once we get those, we need to have other ones researched, which we currently are doing. All right, so this guy is basically, what, 88 seconds? 88 divided by how many do we have? 14. It's going to give us a number that's not nice, but 6 is what it's closest to. Number 4, open that up. And look, we're going to bring back the town. See, the town's there, like it never left. Just doing weird stuff right now because it's fun. Brought it up a little bit. All right, I should probably hire a couple more mechanics now. And probably some more of you guys. Not necessarily because we need to have them right now, but we are starting to get more guests. We are starting to make some cash, hopefully, here. This one's making us $5,000 now, almost 6. This one is making us 12. Fantastic. So let's speed the game up a little bit here. So what was that coaster that we just got? Compact inverted coaster. Heck yeah. Because we can build another one of these and get cheap points, which I love to do in ones like this. It's just not always... I don't want to, like... I don't know. I love making and playing Roller Coaster Tycoon videos, but I also don't want to make videos that just drag on to make the most beautiful park and all that. I like to try to just accomplish the goal that was set out, and I find that to be interesting. That might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it is mine. I really like just going through and playing the game, how I remember playing it when I was younger, and just kind of having fun with it. I think it's a very fun way to just approach all this. So that's what I do. All right. So all that to say, we're going to build another corkscrew coaster, just a different variant of it essentially, and everybody's going to love it, and it'll be great, and nobody will say anything bad about that decision at all, and yeah, it'll be great. All right, so our money's going to start to run down a little bit here as we don't have a lot going on with some of this stuff right now because of the rain. Like, luckily this line's large, and this line is maintaining at least a round or two. There we go. All right. It feels like just looping that up. Like, we were getting to a point where we're starting to get a little crowded in some spots. So just a little relief. The built-in loop is always welcomed as far as I'm concerned. We are having some cash flow issues, but we will get them solved. I'm not super worried about it, except now I am because this stupid rain is killing us. All right. All of that looks great. Not worried about anything that we've done so far. What I'm thinking that we're going to do is we could put the corkscrew or Sidewinder style ride of the inverted type over here, or I can try to make something else exist in that spot. Taking a look at our rides, and I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself because we don't have very much money. Hypercoaster is the easiest one to get that on there. We have this one and this one. This one, it can be done. It's a little bit more work, but it can absolutely be done. And if I did that, I'd probably put the station somewhere over, like in this area, have the lift hill go up and maybe over there, and then go through that and come back. I think we can get a high rating pretty easily with that. And another benefit to that is that we already have a good rating right now. Or should I say, we don't have a lot of money right now, so we need to kind of build inexpensive rides. So that's what this is going to be, is more designed as an inexpensive coaster than a quality coaster, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I'm going to borrow some money. How much can I go up to? Ooh, okay. So we got that. Nope. And now I'm just trying to interact with everything, if we can. There we go. So the more we can get this to kind of dipsy-do inside and out of our existing coaster, the better for us. Though we do need that to go up. Nah, it's not going to be able to do that because we have 40 here and we have 25 there. We're not going to be able to do that at all. That's okay. Just hoping that we could figure that one out, but I don't. It's going to be too tight. No, we can just bring it right into the station, I think. I don't think it's going to be high enough excitement, though. Alright, well, we can just see if it is at least, and then from there we can make a actual determination if that matters or not. And then I'll just put some real quick brakes there, because we definitely are going to need them. And I just want to see what the rating is. I don't think it's going to be anywhere close to high enough, but if it's close, maybe we could keep it and see what it is. But the ride length is just not there. It's not terrible, actually. All right, let's see if we can do some more with this and get it to be where we need it to be. So it's almost at 5, which doesn't sound great, admittedly, but I think we'll be okay. All right, so I'll do that. All right. So do that. Boom, boom. We're making this much bigger than it needs to be. All right, so what I'm thinking here, and I might be way off base, is that we're going to put another lift hill in. So before we do that, I could make it launch, couldn't I? How fast can we make it launch? All right, and I'm just putting in stuff as filler right now, just to see what we can do. I'm only going to run 2 trains, even though I could probably run more. Yeah, 2 trains is fine. Let's test and see what this bad boy does. Let me restart it, because it does matter. All right, we're going through. Little whoop. Like, that's cool. That's a really fun interaction, and it helped this one out a little bit. Oh, these, I don't know if these are even going to matter at all. Might have to speed them up even more. Okay. Well, that's actually a good thing. The reason I say that is now we can put in a lift hill. And that booster area now becomes brakes. All right, so it's going to do that. We come in, hit slow brakes, then go up the lift hill. No, finish up its ride. And what's great is this guy's already back in the station before that guy even gets to the second lift. I think we can goose that one enough, maybe, to be up at what we need it to be. We could definitely have some interactions over here with another ride, and hopefully that will do what we need to do. So crazy ladybug. $4 all day. It's, what is that? 80 seconds, so 40, so it's gonna be more like 36. This one's gonna be more like 24, because this one has a lot of options with it as far as timing goes. And that's gonna go there. All right, let's see what we could do there. Oh, yeah, $4 seems fine. I'm okay with that. But even just putting those paths, that goosed up the ratings a little bit. Is there any building theme stuff? All right. Oh, what are those trees? These guys? No, it's these guys. I like these guys too. They're nice looking. All right. How much do we goose that up? Not enough, but it's okay. There's other things we can do still. I'm not super worried about it. We do need to be worried about money though, in that we don't have very much. Got a top spill, reverse free fall coaster. That's like the Superman one, right? Those we can get up pretty easily. They're just crazy, stupid expensive. People saying this one's a good deal at all? Nope. Everybody's happy with that. Looks like this is our one that's struggling the most right now to keep a full line. So we're going to finances. We're going to do an advertising campaign just for Corkscrew. Let's do 6 weeks. That should get a couple things. It gets more people into the park, which is obviously very important. But it should also help out our sales and with everything across the park. So like any lines that's not full, we'll get full. Any spot that, I don't know, could use improvement or spending, it all gets hit when we get more people in the park. So we need to just focus on that right now, I think. We also need to get some more capacity rides because we're okay right now. Most of the lines are all right, but once we get another 100 or 200 people in this park, it's going to be packed. So I really like how these are cycling. They're doing their thing. This thing should be making us a ton of money. I could probably charge a little more for it, or I could throw another train on there and increase our capacity even more. All right, slow the game back down here. Start trying to repay some loan. And our newest coaster is that reverse free fall coaster. Yeah, that guy. Oh, maybe it's going to be tougher to get it at a 6 rating or whatever. Is to put it in there and shoot it off that way. We'll see. Alright, so we're going to do that. So it's at 15. All right, just need to make back some money. Somehow we went $500 in the hole. My goodness. Then I'm going to put this one over here because we can make a bridge that goes up and over. Again, it's all about goosing the stats. All right, so let's name this and set all that up first. Launch zone for you longtime followers or watchers or whatever you were called. Yeah, I'm doing it again because I love it so much. All right, take that away. Unpause this. That area built there. All right, we'll do that, I guess. Test that. What do we get now on this rating here? Yeah, that added some more points. Not a ton, but some. All right, we'll open that up. Still need to do... I could do all kinds of fun stuff like that. No real reason to, I don't think. I don't think that's going to add that much excitement, but it also makes this coaster even more embedded if I do want to get rid of it to replace it with something else, because that's a big chunk of land that took up. Not that we don't have tons of land, but I think you get the idea there. All right. So we need to pay back a loan right now. That's the name of the game. And hopefully we'll continue to research and get some more stuff done with that. Virginia Real now, they're sickening. They're not like highly exciting. Like Texas Tubs I love. It's only 5.4. Oh, that one's a 6. That one's also a 6. Interesting. Those could be solutions. Got our water ride coming our way. I'm just hoping that's a splash boat or a log flume just because they print money for me. And then I can turn that off and really just focus on coasters. But before we do any of that, we need to start making some more money per month. We're only at like $3,000 or $4,000 a month. It's just not cutting it. Log flume, there we go, perfect. So we turn thrill rides off as well because I think we're set on those. We need coasters. And log flume has some interesting possible interactions through this. So I think that's what we're going to build next. Let me do this. One, two, there we go. No, I'll have to keep raising that up, okay. All right, let's see. So we're gonna drop that there. Maybe loop it around. I don't know. We'll figure that out in a sec. Where are we at right now with this? Oh, come on, let's goose the stats. Give me more. How did launch zone break down already? It's the most newest ride in this park. Oh my gosh. All right. Finally bring that one home. That felt like it took forever. The only thing I'm concerned about is the first big drop, that this straight is not long enough, and this drop here, that straight is most definitely not long enough. But we'll figure out what's going on with all that in a sec. Also, did that help this ride at all, please? No, not really. Interesting. I would have thought it would have helped a little bit more. Alright, I always forget if that counts as a new ride or whatever. I guess we'll find out. I didn't really even see the speed that it hit on that. Okay, so that slows down before that one. It almost doesn't slow down for that one, which makes me real worried. Ooh. All right, what do we got here? Heck yeah. $4 all day long. We have 24 boats. Let's do some math. So 180 plus 24 is 204 divided by 24. It's 8.5. So 8. Minimum wait time. Open that bad boy up. Oh, we have to rename it first. Log Flume 1 is not a good name. Again, I'm trying to just goose stuff where I can. Like this line has no business being as long as what I'm making it. Gonna do it anyway, just because I can. And let's do an advertising campaign for the log flume. 4 weeks. There we go. And this thing should start being able to print money for us as well. Yeah, there's 92 people on it right now. My goodness. Vertical drop coaster. Saw that. We are well on our way to paying back lots of money right now. And we have to work on this timing. Change that by 1 second on the minimum wait time. That should start clearing it out, and it looks like it is. Slowly but surely. But now we're being profitable. If we take a look here, our monthly ticket sales are now 4,500. We got a wooden coaster now. Yeah, baby, we're cooking with gas. 92 people consistently on this ride. It is just cycling through. We could probably move the line a little bit faster if we adjusted the timing even more. Because right now this stacking is causing this line not to move as fast as what it could. All right, we're gonna have to hire our first entertainer. Who's gonna have to work in this area. And we're gonna have to get some TVs because the line's already at 8 minutes and it's not remotely close to being, well, I guess it's remotely close, but it's not full at all yet. Looks like we cleared that part out though, so it's running at more peak capacity now. Doing simple changes like that can really impact your customers per hour as well. Just small little changes like that can have big impacts. But a 9-minute queue, 100% interest in it, because yeah, it's greatly priced, and there we go. And I know you guys have been there for ages. I can't do much about it right now, but you'll get there, don't worry. All right, we got some new coasters while we were doing some stuff there. Oh, we got, okay. Oh, we got I don't like that coaster. All right, so this one we could build just a pre-made, no problem. We're gonna make one of these, no problem. Have it, and it's not doing the work I wanted it to do. No, we could do that, have it, could do it, hate it, could do it, and super easy. Biggest question on this one is, can we get it to be as exciting as it needs to be? Let me just see if we just shoot this thing way down there. Alright, and this is a monster capacity ride, but it's still, well, it's fitting like basically a 1/7 of our park right now. An 1/8 of our park is on this one ride. And in line for much more of it. You see the pathways, even though we're increasing our attendance, is actually pretty light, and it's all because half the park is back there. This is such an stupidly expensive ride to build. All right. Oh yeah, I guess it should have, whoa, boy. Hold on. Had that game going way too fast there. All right. Okay. We can remove at least that many. I didn't see that again because it got close, I'm pretty sure. Ooh, yeah. And look, yes! Got another over 6. Fantastic. Was not expecting that, quite honestly, but I'm okay with it. What do we want to call it? We're going to call it shotgun. Not digging the color scheme. Alright, got all of that in place. I think I should be able to just tie this one. Yeah. Alright, I guess that's what we'll do. We'll throw boom a doomp. It's 1, 2, 3, and maybe 4 at some point if we keep adding more stuff, but not really. It's not doing too much. Goose in the stats. Trying to win the level more easily. Need to make some more cash to build some big coasters. Dun, dun, dun. Alright. Just want to see if this has any meaningful impact. Wow, it actually did. Okay. Gonna keep up with that stuff. Come on, please, please, please. Alright, but we still have stuff we can do over there. I'm not going to fret too much right now. Alright, finance-wise, we are back to where we started. We will have 4 coasters here soon, so we're roughly halfway to our goal. But I'm starting to get a little tired, so I think I'm going to end it here. But join me next time, and we'll go through and do some more fun stuff here in Roller Coaster Tycoon. Goodness gracious. Folks, thanks for joining me. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.